How are you feeling given the diagnosis for Rudy? Is it pretty unexpected for you given that he played Friday?
Say that again? Is it unexpected what?
Were you pretty surprised given that he played Friday after the injury?
No, I mean, I think that's, every injury is different. And, he was asymptomatic. And, obviously he's at no risk. He's going to be better. So it's more than anything, trying to process what that means to the group. We've been through some of this before. Every situation is different. Every year is different. Losing Dante is different than losing Joe. Losing Joe is different than losing Rudy. Impactful in different areas, in different ways, at different levels. But it's something. That's why it's a team game. It obviously is harder. Everybody knows Rudy's, a high level player, and he anchors our defense in many ways. So our margin for error gets a little bit slimmer. Our team will adjust. That's all that you can do. Just deal with the adversity and hopefully come out of it stronger.
Coach, knowing the type of person that Rudy is, do you think he'll still have his personal goals intact? I know he has goals to be a top defender, but you feel like
I don't know that Rudy's looking at this as on an individual level. I think above whatever Rudy's, and I know many of them because we share them. His personal goals. We want all our players to have that can drive them and help them compete. But one of the things that makes Rudy unique is that all those things are secondary for him to win. So he's not thinking I've got to get back so I can win this award or make this team or get this recognition. He's thinking I want to get back because I need to help my team.
When you look at Derek Favors playing the 5 and after looking at the tape, how did you see the game being different with him being able to roll as much as he did?
Yeah, I mean, Derek, we sometimes have to wrestle Derek to roll. So, and oftentimes, when he's playing with Rudy, neither of them, they're in a situation where they have to complement each other in different ways. Maybe more than what we saw with him in pick and roll. I saw him on the offensive glass, and that was something that I was really happy to see. And it's easier for him to get to the offensive glass when he is rolling. So, every substitution pattern changes the makeup of the team. Some, more dramatically than others. But obviously, Derek playing with Tabo, out there, or Joe Ingles at the 4. There's a different style of attack. It's something that I think Derek's obviously capable of doing and doing well.
When you also with talking about the different style of attack, Ricky Rubio and Derek Favors were in a rhythm there. What did you see as far as the rhythm?
Well, I wouldn't attribute Ricky's rhythm to Rudy's departure, or Derek's. I think some of those things, certainly it did happen, and there's some reads that maybe Ricky's more comfortable with. But that's part of the connectivity that's taking place, as we go into the season. That those situations are ones that you can't replicate in practice. You can work on things. You can work on fundamentally making a pass, making a shot, but until you get a defense out there, it's different. That's when you have to apply it, and then when you face different defenses, there's those adjustments that you have to make. So it was good to see the two of them connect. I thought our whole team, some of that, there were plays where we were really connected previous, but we didn't make a shot. So it's a little bit of both.
You guys have been one of the top turnover forcing teams all year to year, and last game kind of switching with Derek with a smaller center. Do you feel like that's your defensive identity for the next 4 weeks?
I wouldn't say that we set out to. The game dictated a lot of switching because Hollis Jefferson was at the 5. The way that they were spaced, that it kept our bigs on the perimeter. So there's some schemes that we'll probably look at and utilize more with with different personnel on the floor at different times. But fundamentally, we've got to be solid. So some of those things really are secondary to being able to stay in front of your man, to closing out under control and because it doesn't matter what scheme you have, what your habits are. If the guys are in the lane with the ball, it becomes really difficult to defend, and that's a big point of emphasis.
Have you had a personal conversation? Have you had a personal conversation with Derek about his responsibilities and what you need him to do the next couple days?
What would qualify as personal?
Well, just one-on-one.
One-on-one. We talk. Derek and I talk all the time, so nothing more than what we normally do. In terms of me coaching him, it's something that he and I have a really good relationship. We have personal conversations when we go to dinner. And he still owes me dinner at Ruth's Chris, so for other reasons. No, that's something. Hopefully, we do a lot of communicating, and it's as much myself as Coach Lang, his teammates, and it's not foreign territory for Fabi. He's played in those situations before. Obviously, the playoffs last year being the most obvious one.